Hello everyone, I hope you're all doing well. Today I'm gonna tell you the story of how I almost died because of the gym. And it's mainly because of my foolishness, not like anything else. But before I get into that, I just want to say, I want to go back a little. Actually, a lot, not a little. So when I was a kid, I was like very active, like in school or like during the holidays. Like during school, I would play football. During the breaks, like I never sit down. Like I just I eat my sandwich and drink my juice on the way down. Like like the yard or whatever you wanna call it. It was like downstairs. So like on my way when I'm downstairs, I would have already eaten my sandwich. So like I could maximize the time that I spent running and playing tag with my friends and all. And like even after school, like I would do nothing really, but like during the holidays we had 3 months, like after the summer semester, and for a full month during those 3 months, we would go to a swimming pool and a place like it was a hotel actually, and we would like stay there for a month. Not like stay at the hotel, but like have a membership, I guess, which like gave you access to the hotels and the beach at that hotel. And it was like better than the actual beach because like there were no rocks or anything. It was like a clean beach, and like it had jacuzzi, saunas and all. So we used to go there for the whole month, and like we would stay from like 4 p.m. until like 7-8 p.m. So it's like every day for 4 hours we would just swim and fish, So we always like for every day for a whole month. That's our like whole routine. That's our whole thing, 4 p.m. my dad comes back from work, and we would just go swim all the time. We would like I think we swam mostly at the swimming pool. We would like stay there for like 2 hours or so. After that, we would like eat a quick snack with like bananas, biscuits, such, and we would go to the beach. And after we didn't stay much at the beach. We would swim at the beach for like 30 minutes or an hour, and after that we would like fish for an hour. And actually, like we were good fishers. Like despite our very young age, we started swimming at like kindergarten. So, despite our very young age, we were good swimmers and good fishers. I remember like we used to like wear life jackets. Then we got rid of that. Like my dad said, you're a good swimmer now. We could now like upgrade to only the hand floaties. And after a bit, we took them off completely, and I guess we just swam. And like the lifeguard, like they know us, every single one knows, and like people would look at us. Like imagine a kindergarten just swims in like how tall was it? I think it was like 4 to 5 meters. Actually, was it? I'm bad with estimation. Yeah, I don't know how to estimate time and length, so I don't even know. But it was deep. Like it would fit like 2 persons. Yeah, no, then it's 2 meters, I think. I don't even know. But like it was deep. You'd fit like 2 to like 3 people. No, that's like 2 something, 2.25 of a person, like stacked up, So yeah, I think it's definitely less than 5 meters. I'm bad with estimation, but anyway. So that deep part of the pool, there's like 2 barriers, like 2 sides. They are like you can stand up, even as a kid. We reached there, and this middle part, it was like very deep, and we would always like swim there. So we always like caught eyes, and like people would look at us, like we were just kids, and like we learned fast. So yeah, we swam a lot. We raced a lot, me and my brother. My father like did just laps. Imagine coming back from work and like swim like race. That's like impossible for my dad. So he just swam for the vibes and all. And he used to like, mostly he fished with us. So as I said, I was very active, and like, because if you don't know, swimming builds you so much strength. Like, it doesn't build you muscle size, you know. It built me muscles. Like, I got decent shape because we used to swim a lot. I get in decent shape, but like, let's say like all those years we spent swimming, we spent those at the gym. You know, I was a kid, so like it's possible to go to the gym. But imagine if you spent like 10 years in the gym, you would look like jacked up, you know, not like roid jacked up, but you know, it's like you would still look in a decent shape, you know, big muscles, big chest and all. But like, despite that, we had like so much strength. So until like 10th grade, they opened a gym like next to us. It's like across the street, like at the end of the street, you know, there was a gym there, which was, and like, you know, we decided like to stop swimming and like sign up to the gym, you know, just for little change and like, you know, to build more muscles. I guess you know, like the teenagers' obsession with muscles and all of that. So we were like, you know, let's sign up to the gym, and we did. When we first signed up, it was a joke, basically. We didn't really feel much of the stuff we were doing. Like, day one, we already like carried so much weight, you know. Despite us being like complete beginners, we dominated the gym. We got like so many looks. Like, it was our first time. We were like at like 14, I think, around that time. So, you know, we got lots of looks because we were young and we carried so much weight comparing to like our age. I remember like, I don't know what's the machine called, but it's like a chest push, I guess. Not bench. Like, you would be sitting down, like pushing the machine. And at that machine, I still remember the weights till this day. We used to carry like 60 kilograms, like 30 kilograms on each side. And even like regular weights, we still carried a lot. I remember like carrying 20 to 25 kilograms, I think. Like on biceps, I don't remember the rest, but like still. So as I said, because we swam for all those years, we had so much strength. Like, not muscle size, but strength, you know. We stayed in the gym for some time. Then we just got bored. I think we got like, there was so much pressure on us. Like, we didn't have much fun at the gym comparing to like when we used to swim. We used to go swimming. We used to fish and all of that. The gym wasn't so much fun for us, I guess. Especially that my parents didn't believe in like giving us the tablets and laptops and everything. Only like during the holidays. During like a normal semester, they wouldn't give us anything, so they thought it would distract us. So we didn't really have much fun stuff to do, I guess. Like, that was our main entertainment source. So me and my brother basically just kind of found it boring. Found it boring. So we didn't really commit to the gym. Especially like I said, we didn't really have much fun, I guess. And like during our school, like 10th, 11th and 12th grade, like during all of these, you have so much pressure on you, like study wise and like the life decision wise, I guess. Like, for all those grades, like they decide where you go, like what you study, you know, based on your GPA. They like, let's say you got 90% GPA, it would allow you to like study more fields, you know. You need like 99% to study medicine, for example. So like, the higher your GPA is, the more fields you get to study, or the more majors you get to study. And the lower it is, you know, the less. Like, let's say you get like 50%, 60%, then like your choices are very limited, and you didn't get much choices. So you would study something like languages, not crazy. And like based on your marks during like 10th and 11th grade, you get to decide like which direction you want to go. Are you going to go like to a scientific direction? If you go to like a scientific direction, that will include like math, physics, what's it called, biology, computer science, stuff like that. It will basically open the door for everything. Medicine, engineering, stuff like that. There's like other things like I don't really know what is it called in English, but like some of them include like art. Some of them are like computer science on its own, like just computer science, which doesn't open the door for like anything else. Some of them include like poetry and such, that will open the door for you for languages and such. There's like craftsmanship, I guess. I don't really know what it's called in English, but yeah. So like every path you decide to take, that like gives you the option to like specific majors, unless you go for the scientific path, which me and my brother did. So as I said, based on your GPA during the 10th and 11th grade, you decided your path, to go either scientific or anything else, which like most people in my country like chose scientific, like to give them more options. And during 12th grade, based on your GPA, you get to decide your major. So I had a decent GPA. I think it was like 82.9%, which basically opened the door for me to choose any major I wanted to study. Like for me, I chose like digital forensics. I chose cybersecurity, virtual reality. What else? AI, artificial intelligence, and one more. I don't really remember what it was. You get to choose up to 5 majors, and if your GPA allowed it, I got accepted to my first major, which is digital forensics. Immediately I got accepted, but that's not the point. The point is like we had so much pressure on us that the gym basically didn't do much. Like, just so much pressure, and the gym felt like it wasn't really fun. It felt like a mission at that time, I guess. Unlike now, like I usually I have fun at the gym right now, but back then it didn't. So we didn't go to the gym. We stopped swimming, so we were basically not that active physically. And we went to uni. We went to uni to another city, and I got the pylori itch. I think I got it like since my first year, because ever since my first year, like my food consumption started degrading. I used to eat so much, or not so much, like a decent amount. I used to eat a decent amount, like nothing crazy, but like I went to the gym, I swam, so we ate decently, like 2 plates, 3, sometimes 3, like if I needed to, but our usual is like 2 plates, 2 servings, I guess that's what it's called. But like when I started going to uni, like I barely ate a single meal, 2 meals at best. My health started degrading as well, and like as time passed, my health started degrading more and more. My food consumption started getting less and less, especially that like since I'm in a different city, I didn't really have much options. I didn't have a car, I didn't have anything. I guess I could have went to the gym anyway, but I didn't. I mostly stayed at home. I studied and played games most of the time. So my health degraded, my food consumption degraded, especially for a person like me. I burn calories super fast, so if I don't like work out or do anything, then my weight will like go down so fast. And especially with the pylori itch, I think that's what it was called, I couldn't eat. Like everything I ate, I threw up and got like really bad, towards the end of my second year in uni. It got so bad that I barely ate. I went to a doctor, and I took like 3 courses. None of them worked until like I tried a famous recipe, I guess. It's like something we call Kaz, and it's like gasoline but weaker. I don't really know what it's called in English, but you take like 3 drops with a cup of milk, like to it's gonna burn. It's like if you drink gasoline, it's so bad for you. So if you put it with milk, like it reduces the impact. It kills the bacteria, but it reduces the impact on your stomach. So that actually worked. The antibacteria, antibiotics, and all of that, none of them worked, by the way. By the way, during my time that I took my medicine, we went to Kosovo, and like we used to wake up at 7 a.m. and come back at 8 p.m. So like, or sometimes even like more late than that. So like 12 hours a day. We would like just do sports. We'd go paddling, walk through forests, hike through forests. Like it was so good. And just a quick note, I had the best time of my life I spent in Kosovo. It was so fun, especially that my country doesn't have much greenery. Like just getting to see those forests, waterfall, and like that, it was so refreshing. Like I didn't even feel the hike. It was like so refreshing. But as I said, like even though like we spent so much time hiking, I still I didn't eat much. Like I should be like so hungry. Like we hiked like for 2 hours. 1 hour is like 2 hour 1 hour, like going to the waterfall, for example. That's like one destination. We went to a waterfall that took us 1 hour just getting there, and another hour going back. So it was like a waterfall. It was super cold. We placed our feet in it. It was super nice. So at that time I still didn't eat very much. My comfort pick was fish. For some reason didn't impact me as much, I guess. Usually when I eat anything, I immediately I feel like throwing up immediately. So my health kept going down even like more. One time I decided like towards the my fourth year. Yes. It was my fourth year. I decided to go back to the gym. I mean, we did go to the gym, but like for 3 weeks, and we had to go back to uni. I guess towards my fourth year, I ended my uni, so I signed up to the gym. I finished uni, as I said, and I started going to the gym. And before, during those 3 weeks, I mostly powerlift because I don't really care about muscle size. I just care about strength. I want to build strength. Especially that I want to practice martial arts as I progress more to life, I guess. So that's what I usually do, except that this time I got sick and didn't really have much muscle, I had muscles, but I didn't have body weight. So despite me being able to carry those weights, it was so wrong of me to do, since I didn't have much fat. It got burned because I got sick. My body didn't consume the food it needed to consume. So because I carried those weights, so I carried heavy weights, powerlifting, you carry more weight, but less reps, I got sick again. My muscles started breaking down, and that was very dangerous for my heart, because if your body doesn't have fat reserve, if it doesn't break down fat to give you energy, especially the pylori H was still there. I didn't eat much still. It's gonna start breaking down your muscles, and I'm not sure about this information, but I think it could break down any muscle. So it was dangerous for my heart. It was dangerous, I guess. I think they did an EPG, ECP, ECG. I don't know. I'll put the name of it on the screen. But basically, they did that to make sure that my heart isn't decaying or anything, because I said muscles breaking down. It could affect my heart. It could lead to heart failure, and it could lead to kidney failure, because when your muscles break down, they release myoglobin, and that basically travels through your bloodstream to your kidneys, and it's like a thick substance, I guess. It's how soap or honey, it's thick, I think myoglobin is like that, or at least that's what I remember from my doctor telling me. So it's thick. Your kidney, like, it's gonna have a hard time passing it, I guess. Which also like leads to a grave danger of your kidneys shutting down. So, and also, the way we found out is because we went to the doctor. I still had that pylori itch, I told the doctor, I came back from the gym. I should be eating so much food. That's like, currently, when I come back from the gym, I take my proteins and I eat. Currently, as I said, when I come back from the gym, I take proteins and I still eat like a plate after it. So that's the usual for me, and I still like eat after it. I eat again after like 2 hours. I eat again before I go to sleep. Yeah. I eat like my main meal. After like 2 hours for my main meal, I go to the gym. After that, I take my proteins and I take a small meal. Sometimes like a normal meal, like a plate or a serving. And then after like a couple of hours, I eat again and go to sleep. So I told the doctor, like, that's not usual, there's something wrong. Like, let's do a test for the pylori itch. I think it's there. Like, it was supposed to go away, but I guess it did. No, it did go away. But because like my muscles breaking down, that led to my stomach, that led to me feeling full, or my stomach like being upset, So we did the tests. The pylori itch came back negative, but my CPK count was 8,000. The normal was 200. And like at night, the meal before I go to bed, I ate so much, which I was like, it was normal. I wasn't even gonna go back to the doctor since I ate well that night. I thought like it was just an abnormal thing, I guess, just me not eating after gym. So I was like, I don't even need to come back. I finished my meal. I ate so much that day that I thought, it's just something weird and not like a dangerous thing. And I got a call from before that, my doctor said like 8,000 out of 200, like that spike usually leads to another spike, which wasn't there. So he thought like the tests were wrong. I did 3 tests that day, by the way. They took my blood 3 times, I think, in the same day. So each time, by the way, they came back 8,000, 8,000, 8,000. So at night, I was gonna go to sleep, and I usually, my doctor called me before I went to sleep, and I don't usually pick up phone numbers, phone numbers that I don't know. I just I let the phone call end, and I look up who's calling me. I have since I'm a cybersecurity student, I know how to do OSINT and such. Either I use Truecaller, or if it isn't there, I have my own ways to find out who's that calling me, So I usually just wait for the phone call to end. I don't answer it. Then I look who called me afterwards. That day I didn't. I think it was God saving me, Allah saving me. I answered that call, and he was like, hello, it's me, your doctor. You need to come back to the hospital right now. And I was like, what's wrong, He said, you need to sleep at the hospital. And he used a weird word that I didn't think I was gonna sleep, He said, I thought he went come now, you need to come. I thought I was gonna get some medicines, urgent medicines. But no, I was gonna stay at the hospital. I didn't know that. So my CPK count apparently spiked up to 20,000 out of 200. My CPK, yeah. Which is really bad. Then it spiked up again to, it peaked at 79,000, which was it was the most that hospital have recorded, at their entire lifetime. That was the highest that hospital recorded. So I guess I set a new world record. I went to the hospital. I mostly took solutions, water solutions, such. I don't really know what they put in that, but yeah, that's the only way to get all the myoglobin out of my system, because soap is thick or honey is thick, but if you like pass enough water through it, it's gonna go away, you know. So that's that's the same thing. We're just gonna flush the myoglobin out. I wasn't really bothered by my stay at the hospital. I stayed for 3 days, yeah, and like let's say the stay itself, it didn't really bother me. I was just bothered by the needles, because like I didn't really sleep. Like when you have a creative brain, your brain gets creative with like those final destination scenes. It's like, what if the needle goes through your vein and you bleed out to die, you know, stuff like that. I didn't really know that needles bend. I thought it's just a metal parts, you know. So that was my only problem, the needles. I didn't really sleep well. Yeah, I guess. And since I stayed for years alone for uni, I wasn't really bothered by like me staying alone. Especially that the nurses were super kind. I felt bad for the nurses. Like I had to call them so many times throughout the day, because you know I'm taking so much solutions. I'm gonna call it that. I don't even care. I took so much solutions that I had to go to the bathroom multiple times throughout the day. I had to pray 5 times, you know. So I had to like every time call them, tell them like, you know, take the needle and like take the needle out. I had to go pee, do wudu and stuff like that. Then come back and call them again to put it again, you know. I had to call them to replace the solution and such. The nurses were super nice. I always crack jokes and like I tried to make like I didn't want them to like feel stressed or anything. I always made jokes. I always tried to make them laugh. Even if like they make mistakes. Like I remember one time like I had a needle inside me and it didn't really close it well. Some of my blood like flew out, I guess. Flowed. I don't even know. Some of my blood like came out, and I was like, you know, I didn't even say anything. I was like, you know, it's a mistake. It happens. It's fine. I always made jokes, especially that nurses really have a hard time at hospitals. Like, why make their lives even harder? You know. Yeah, I guess I didn't want to make their lives harder. They already like deal with bad patients, you know, and there's stuff like that isn't really in their control, you know. Like let's say sometimes there's like so many people and such, and people like still yell at them, like say bad words toward them, which is like it's not their fault, you know. So I respect them. I respect nurses a lot. So most nurses didn't really have a hard time with me. They always came to the room like with a smile on their face, and they always knew they always came like, did the solution end? Like, do you need to go to the bathroom? Like, they always knew, like, you know, I didn't call them for a bullshit reason, you know. I always called them for like an actual reason. And despite it like being being their job to change those stuff, I still felt bad calling them, you know. I felt like I was putting so much pressure on them. I didn't even know. I felt bad. And my parents as well, they all treated them well. My parents gave them gifts as well. They like gave them chocolates, coffee and such. You know, we didn't want to be a pain in their asses. Like, despite their lives being hard, we didn't want to make it harder. I'm really proud about just one nurse. She always had a straight face, like not like an angry face, like just a straight face, like she was being professional. And I managed to make her laugh, which I'm very happy about. Like, she took blood from my right hand, and it didn't work, so she took it from my other hand. I thought it's like, oh no. She took blood from my right hand, and she had to take another sample for like one was like, I don't even remember, but she had to take 2 blood samples, each from like a different hand for some reason. And I told her like, am I dried up? Is there any blood left? Since like they took blood from me every single day. And she chuckled and she was like, yeah, don't worry, you still have enough blood. And I was really happy that I made her laugh. Eventually, since my CPK started going down, my insurance, like, they told the hospital that, you know, he doesn't need to stay anymore. He can come back and take the solutions 2 times for like the next 4 days, I think. And he doesn't really need to stay since like it started going down. I guess I left the hospital. I was so mad that I told my parents, let's give them all, let's just give all the chocolate that I received. You know, my relatives visited me. They gave us chocolates and such, you know, as a gift, I guess. I wanted to take all that chocolate and give it to them, to be honest. But like my parents kind of ripped it out of the package. So they told me like, you know, that's bad to give it to them. It's like, you know, it doesn't look the best. So I was really sad that I couldn't give it to them. I wanted to show my appreciation towards the staff. So yeah, every single nurse at that hospital basically knew me. Even the cleaners and such, they didn't really have they didn't have a hard time like cleaning my room and such. I was always collaborative and all. And like one thing I really remember, I was praying Fajr, which is like 4 a.m. And like when cleaner came to my room, it's like a cleaner and not the nurses, like the ones who bring you food. They aren't nurses, they are like something else. Care workers, I guess. I don't even know what they're called. So she came in my room, she saw me praying, and she went out since she saw me like praying. She came back 5 minutes later and she said, my shift is going to end now, do you need anything? Which really caught me off guard, like, why did she come to my room to tell me, like, do you need anything before my shift ends, you know? Which, like, caught me off guard, as I said. One thing I hated, like, it's actually funny, but, like, you know, it made me feel like I'm a lab rat. At night, they came and, like, 3 nurses looked at me. They reviewed my profile. They said, like, this guy, like, needs solutions at this time. So, you know, you had, like, 3 to 4 nurses looking at me, taking notes and such. And I felt like a lab rat, you know? Especially that they don't even say a single word to me. They just look. They know, like, this patient needs this, and they leave out. I know it's their job, but as I said, I felt like a lab rat. For the following days that I had to come back, I had to come back 2 times a day for the solutions, you know, in my veins. Every single nurse knew me, as I said, so they were like, "Oh, hey, Endurance." They said you make the hospital a brighter place and such. They all since the first day they know what I had. Like they know I had that solution bag, and the second they saw me, they immediately they take me to the room and tell me go sit down. And I think they preferred me since I didn't give them a hard time. I just I always try to make them laugh and all. Would you rather a person that makes you laugh or a person that gives you a hard time, you know? So most of the nurses that took care of me when I stayed at the hospital, they also worked at the main emergency room, you know? So the second they saw me, they told me, come fast. And I guess they all knew me. They all were really nice. They all brightened up when they saw me, which was I was so happy about. And I'm not trying to brag or anything or have an ego, but I still can't, despite being almost a year, I guess. I think it has been almost a year. A year? Or no, not a year. I think it's 7 months or 8. No, 6 or 7 months, I think. Yeah. I guess it's almost a year now. Despite it being that long, I remember each nurse smile. Like the second they saw me, they always smiled, they always waved, and yeah, I just can't, like, even right now, like I just try to remember their faces, you know. I just can't I can't forget it, you know. It makes me so happy that, you know, like the second they see me, they don't like feel bad or try to avoid me, or like their faces like you know, they feel angry and like, or feel disgusted, you know. All of the nurses, like it wasn't really a big hospital, so most nurses know me, as I said. Every time they saw me, they smiled, like when I came back, which I'm so happy about. As I said, I keep repeating myself, but like I can't explain how happy I was that I made a good impact, you know. So I guess most nurses were happy. Most of them like wanted to take care of me first, and not take like other patients. Yeah, I guess that sums it up. I drank water, like I drank 4.5 liters every single day. And yeah, I guess my CPK came down. Everything was back to normal. I remember also when, like, a lot of nurses like came to, not a lot of nurses actually, but like some of them like came to talk to me. And yeah, and right now I'm back at the gym. This is my 4th day at the gym. I'm feeling good. I'm eating very well. As I said, I eat my main meal. I take my proteins and I eat more, and then I eat again before I go to bed. And I guess sometimes when I wake up early, like right now my sleep's messed up, but like sometimes when I wake up early, I even like eat at like 5 a.m. I eat like 4 eggs, you know. So like sometimes it's like 3 meals or 4 meals every single day. So yeah, I guess that's the story if I almost died. And yeah.